on a fight, Tyler.
Good times, great memories for all had here. But now this action breaking down quick. Six-man tag. Welcome back to AAW, Rich Swann.
And keep in mind, this all started, or at least escalated, when ACH, the front man, got the better of Hakim Zane and Karam last month at our 18th anniversary. Check that out on the Fight Archives, High Spots Wrestling Network, AAWOnDemand.com. What an event that was at Logan Square, top to bottom. A lot we didn't expect to see, but we're glad we did.
We're going to try our best to keep up with the action here, Joe, but this is broken down into a brawl. Oh, good God! Guardrail coming unhinged.
And Ren Jones landed on his head in the process. Rich Swann is not here to mess around. He knows he's got a potential title shot laying in wait. He knows he's got something owed to him, and he's here to show out and remind everybody just who the hell Rich Swann is.
And now Karam sent over the guardrails, courtesy of ACH.
And that's no easy feat. Karam is, what, 6'6", 270?
Gets more and more massive every time I see him.
A behemoth, to be sure, as ACH going to get some revenge on Ren Jones for ruining that edge. Oh, Ren Jones, that pained look on his face spoke volumes. But this is what happens when Rich Swann, ACH frontman, they bring the energy, they become the home team, they turn the entire dynamic in their favor, and Hakim and Karam and Ren are just kind of fighting to stay relevant here.
Oh, and something of an AAW dream match here, about to kick off in the center of the ring.
And Tyler, look at what fantastic shape Hakim Zane is in. It looks like he's leaned out. He's put more muscle mass on. This may be the best condition I have ever seen the mocha-skinned manimal.
You know, I mean, a former two-time Heritage champion. Primarily focusing on this tag team now with Karam. You got to think whoever gets the victory here of this six-man tag, they got to have their eyes on that tag team title match later tonight.
I think Hakim Zane perpetually has his eyes on all the championships, where they're going, what they're doing, because Hakim Zane wants to be the man, no matter the circumstances.
And a leg lariat from Mr. All Night Long takes down Hakim Zane. As it seems as if both teams taking their respective corners.
Well, yeah, how about that? Started as a fight and a wrestling match broke out. But these are six very bold personalities who won't back down from anything. But two sides that I think view life entirely differently.
Oh, I mean, just motivated by anger and hatred for everybody else in the locker room are the three men.
Ren Jones tried a cheap shot. Swann was a step ahead, but that tree trunk of an arm that's attached to Karam, there was no counter for that.
Takes him down, and Hakim Zane having a little bit of fun now. Makes the tag. In comes Karam, the big man. A man who has made it his personal obligation to be the most active member of the AAW roster here in 2022.
Well, I mean, Karam lost a lot of time in 2020 when he was out with an injury, about 4 or 6 months. I'm going to listen to this for a second. Crowd chanting some pleasantries toward Karam. But that injury and that time out of the ring, cover here for 2, only motivated and drove Karam even further straightforward. He wants to make up for lost time. And I mean, Karam, more so than anybody, looks like an action figure come to life. He is absolutely jacked.
And just based on that note, I want to make it well known to Karam that the views expressed by the fans here at 115 Bourbon Street are not that of your AAW broadcast team.
I certainly would not say that. I would question Karam's choice in company oftentimes, but that's as far as I'll go.
And now Ren Jones, a man who, like we spoke about in his entrance, he's starting it. It's all starting to click for Ren Jones. He's picking up victories. He's getting in there with some of the very best that AAW and the independent wrestling scene have to offer. All it's going to take is that one moment, that one snapshot of boom. And just like that, Ren Jones is going to arrive.
For sure. a natural athlete, overflowing with confidence. He checks all the boxes, as they say. As a wise man once said, he's got the look, the size, the rap. I smell money. And Ren Jones certainly lives up to that every time he wakes up in the morning and looks at himself in the mirror.
You got to think he's more motivated than he's ever been. And what's gonna happen if Christy Janes, very lazy cover there by Ren Jones. What's gonna happen if Christy Janes wins that women's championship from Sky Blue later tonight? Well, what's that gonna do to motivate Ren Jones?
I think that's the 1-2 punch they're looking for. But what we just saw from Ren Jones is oftentimes his weakness. Ren Jones feels that he's already the best in the field, and to put 1 foot over somebody with the history, the accomplishments, and the momentum of Rich Swann, to me, is simply foolhardy.
You're not going to pin a former Impact World Champion with 1 foot.
Man that came within an inch of unifying the Impact and AAW World Championships once upon a time.
But right now, maybe that the ring rust's starting to play a factor here for Rich Swann, and just this onslaught of attack that Karam, Ren Jones, and Hakim Zane have had so far in this contest.
Rich Swann is heavily favoring his neck, which has been jarred and wrenched several times over in this match. And, a big scoop and a slam, and I love the momentum that Hakim Zane gets off those ropes, measures the elbow for 2. Zane is another one kind of like a Yehai, that the basics, the simple things, quote unquote, Zane makes sure they are very complex and effective.
And one thing that they've done here, they have completely neutralized the team of ACH and Jah-C. They've taken them off the ring apron time and time again, and Karam slams him down to the mat. Referee Dan Perch makes the cover, only able to get the 2.
Well, and I think, Tyler, that's twofold. It's number one, the fact they know ACH and frontman can beat them. They did a month ago. And number 2, to exploit whatever lingering injuries may still be there from Rich Swann that caused him to sit out of action a couple of months back. There you see Ren Jones causing more problems. Oh, jeez. Imagine those 2 men just waylaying on you with rights and lefts.
You hear it. You hear the sound of that fist colliding with the face of Rich Swann.
And Rich Swann has been immobile for much of the last several minutes. It's not often you see Rich Swann in one position, but when Rich Swann has fallen or been knocked down, he lays there motionless, and it's very unsettling, and it makes me think Rich Swann feels that something's wrong with his body.
I mean, the one thing that we've known about Rich Swann his entire career, he's a man of constant motion. Now Ren Jones sending Rich Swann back to the outside.
And Ren, again, letting himself get distracted. I think Ren Jones wants everybody to be as big of a fan of Ren Jones as he is.
Oh, I don't know if you saw that there.
What?
There's a little bit of miscommunication and anger between Ren Jones and Hakim Zane.
Well, let's be honest, Tyler. Neither of those men are used to being told what to do.
No. 2 alpha males, as alpha as they come.
And poor Perch is having to just direct traffic everywhere here, because this thing has fallen apart tenfold.
And now Ren Jones directing traffic, telling
Ren
Karam,
Jones
get him,
instructing Karam to do something?
get him back in the ring.
That's unique. Didn't expect that one. And Hakim Zane instructs himself to tag in. Ren wasn't ready to go out, though. I think Ren was looking to pin Rich Swann and make that statement victory you were alluding to.
What's going to be the downfall of this team is the fact that you have 2 men that want to get that 1, 2, 3, that are glory hogs, for lack of a better term, in Hakim Zane, in Ren Jones.
Tyler, are they playing with us? Because Hakim got tagged in and threw Swann right back to the outside. I'm not sure if they're playing games with each other or with us, but Swann doesn't want to wait around and find out. Swann needs a tag, and desperately.
Swann able to shrug him off, and now Ren Jones cutting him off with the pass, grabbing that boot.
There's too many men.
I don't remember.
Jones got pushed off, and he collided with Karam.
Hakim and Karam might be playing games, but I remember this about Ren Jones. He's got a broke Xbox.
Rich Swann shifted the weight of the crossbody and got the front man in. Jah-C unloads.
Jah-C coming in with some huge lariats. Now goes the whip. Hakim Zane into the buckles. Jah-C though goes up and over. Slingshots his way out the back door. Goes underneath, hits the ropes, full steam ahead. Collides into him with a leg lariat. And ACH, a heat-seeking missile.
The real-life superhero comes alive.
Up and over with the pescado.
It could be some of that tag team cohesion we've missed for this entire match.
Oh, stinger splash, nobody home. ACH eats the boot.
Jeez.
The backbreaker, slingshot. Oh! Little bit of demolition there.
Oh. Now the demolition decapitation activated, and all of that was so smooth, so fluid, so quick. Hakim Zane had no idea where it was coming from, but not enough to keep the former Heritage Champion down.
Oh, Jah-C been watching them Tully Blanchard tapes.
Oh, something happened off frame there in the background.
Oh, up and over goes Jah-C. Slingshot, oh God.
Yeah, there's just bodies lurking around everywhere, and Karam sees an opportunity.
And just flapjacks him center of the ring, sends him face first.
I think Ren Jones had pulled ACH off the apron a moment ago.
Hakim Zane shoots the
cover.
half. Oh, and Rich Swann into the absolute last second connects with a boot to the head.
And Jones back in, and Swann is feeling it now. Second or third wind. But the bigger Jones
Ren
showing that
Jones
leg extension.
using that frame to his advantage.
And that's the thing. I mean, Rich Swann looks dwarfed next to all three of his opponents at this point. And that splash, Jones got all of it.
Oh God!
What hang time, what elevation.
Ren Jones has what I call that deceptive size.
Yeah. And there's nothing he does that he's not great at. But man, Karam can shut you down.
Karam, the ultimate X Factor.
Swann gets the momentum. Drills the big man with a cutter.
Handspring into the cutter. Rich Swann. Now look at the feed off the faithful here at 115 Bourbon Street. But anger and hatred in the heart of Hakim Zane showing through his eyes.
You can hear the crack of those rights as Zane and Swann go back and forth.
Waistlock go behind, looking for an O'Connor roll. Swann able to hold on. Oh, lunges into that flatliner.
Swann landing on top of his head.
Jah-C though coming in, boots him, buckle bomb. DDTs him into the low buckle.
Great combo, what a pin this would be. He's got him.
Oh!
Jah-C, that desperation, a half a count away, but it slips through his fingers. Imagine being able to say you've defeated Hakim Zane and Karam 2 months in a row.
And now ACH and Jah-C looking to call for the end here. Oh! Adam scouted. Hakim Zane waistlock go behind on ACH. O'Connor rolls through two.
Got the trunks,
No!
got the trunks.
ACH able to roll himself off the mat. Ducks that haymaker. Eats a combination of strikes. Diversion tactic there from Zane. And a spinning back fist catches him. ACH able to duck that round kick, not able to get out of the way of the leg sweep. Double stomp now from Zane into the cover.
A fierce series of exchanges before that near fall shows you whether you love or hate anyone in this matchup. AAW, the best talent roster anywhere in the Midwest today. Crowd chanting all night long for Rich Swann, but he's still in a bad way. Right now, it's ACH who may be prone and vulnerable to the big man. What is this? I think Karam getting a little bit flustered at Ren Jones.
Like I said, you got 3 men that want the same goal.
Yeah.
But they want it for themselves. They want it for personal glory.
Yeah.
Oh! And Hakim Zane eats that kick, and a super kick sends Karam crashing to the mat.
And Ren Jones realizes everybody around him is falling. Hello, genius. Guess why?
Oh, and ACH hooks him. Buster Call! Swann, Jah-C, and ACH pick up the W.
What a combo!
In 15 minutes, 20 seconds, your winners, Rich Swann, Jah-C, and Super ACH!
Well, Tyler, Ren Jones wanted to be the reason the